the MapPool Showcase right now for round of 16. We've had hype matches
Round of
so
16?
far. Yeah, round of 6. Or wait, no. We're in
Yeah,
quarterfinals
quarterfinals.
already. Wow,
Yeah.
this tournament's been going by fast.
Too fast. It's like I've never even commentated a single match.
Wait, you
Thinking.
haven't?
No.
Oh yeah, a little bit of introduction.
But they don't need to know that.
Yeah, a
right?
little bit of introduction. I'm Black Zero, and with me is Vasquez.
Hi, I'm Baskus. Yep. What else am I supposed to say, dude?
No, not much else.
Yeah, exactly.
For our first map of the showcase, we have Hokkaido Stride. We're starting in the no mod section, by the way.
Yeah. So this map, we're playing on the Stride difficulty. Well, the map set is by foe, and some stats about the map are, well, let's see here.
It's AR 9.5.
It's AR 9.5. What else? It won't.
It's OD 8.5, HD 7, and CS4.
Yep.
And it's sitting at 225 BPM, so fairly
It's
fast.
on the faster side. Yeah. So this map. Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Oh,
no,
okay.
you.
I was about to say that as far as mapping goes, this map is pretty straightforward and consistent all the way through with decently large jumps.
As well as a few streams here and there.
Yeah, nothing undoable though. It's still
Yeah.
a neat map.
I've also noticed in this map that the map usually has some sections where the speed just spikes a bunch and then goes back. So from just some normal jumps, it'll go to towards a massive just single tapping spree where you need to go really fast. I expect a lot of players to break on these sections.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Like the stacking gets a little bit higher than it does in other sections of the map, such as where there are triangles. And
exactly.
Aside from that, this is a heavy consistency pick.
Yep. There's also one section in particular at nearing the end of the song, where I hope to see a lot of players choke. Is just a pretty big stream, and it's pretty spaced, so it might be very challenging for some people.
You hope to see a lot of players choke? Oh no!
I hope to
not
see.
like this. It'll make for some commentary fodder for sure.
Yeah. Dude, Bear is just wrecking Poncho.
Quite a hefty combo Bear Zio is holding up there.
I know, right? And his accuracy is pretty impressive as well.
Not surprising as he's a speed-based player.
That's definitely true.
But even still, that accuracy on D2 is something.
Yeah. I mean, this map really is somewhere where speed-based players will excel rather than aim players or stream players.
Yeah, speed and aim is a lot of what this map is.
Yeah.
Here we're approaching a big stream.
Yeah, this is where I was talking about.
That slider stream, jump stream.
Yeah, exactly.
That was annoying.
So if you noticed it, yeah, it was really spaced. It was really fast. It's basically at the peak of the, well, it's 225 BPM. Obviously, there are some people that are gonna struggle with it, and it really ramps up towards the end of the map with the jumps as well. So a lot of people are gonna break really late, I feel like.
Yeah, especially with the nerves building up through the whole map.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck this skin. This skin sucks. Why'd you tell me to use this?
Do I just give my opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Starting with Bear, what did you think of the map? What were the parts that you struggled with?
Fast. It was a fairly fast map. at one part where it was this one part. The stream felt more. It was fast, but it was kind of like relying on aim at the same time. It felt like a space stream. So that's a part where I expect people to break. But the rest feel like consistency if you're like a speed player, similar to like myself. That's all I really have to say about the map.
Yeah.
All right. Next opinion, Poncho. What do you think of it?
Players who aren't very good at speed are gonna have trouble on the flowy aim parts for sure. Single tap. And that stream as well.
Yeah. This stream in particular is gonna be heck, dude.
Yeah.
Holy. Right.
All right. Now we're on to our next pick.
Our next no mod pick, which is SHK Holic on the SHD difficulty. Mapped by
Mapped by KTG Street.
KTG E. Alright, so it's 5.18 stars. It's 1 minute 40 long. It's AR8, OD8, HP7, and CS5 with a BPM of 150.
Don't let the 5.18 stars fool you. The amount of finger
Yeah.
control required and just aim control required on this map and patience is ridiculous.
Yeah. This map is just going to... It's really more on the technical side. Because you see these really geometric patterns all the way through the map. And it's something that that can mess you up if you try to go too fast. Because misreads are bound to be a thing, I can feel it.
Misreads, and then also it's tough to snap on lower BPM for a lot of players, and especially mixed with the low AR. And then there are some parts in this map that do have weird overlaps and zigzags, so you need to watch out for those too.
Yep. They haven't started playing. Oh, there we go. It's broken.
Client, please, just playing in double tap.
Yeah. More than that. Right, here we go. So already you can see like these very symmetrical patterns. Super geometric, you could say.
Yeah. Linear and symmetrical indeed.
Yeah. Like there is very little flow to this map, I would say. So
Yeah.
snapping needs to be on point as well.
It expects you to snap, but at this low BPM, it's kind of hard. It's already hard enough to get your fingers to move and not rip your accuracy.
Yeah, exactly. This is one of the more gimmicky maps in my opinion, as you could use it very well as a counter towards like heavy aim teams or speed-based teams.
Oh yeah, if you were to pick this right after a double time pick, and you have a comfortable setup for this map, you have a free win right on your hands.
Yeah.
Not an easy map by any means, but if you can practice it properly and master those jumps we were talking about.
Yeah.
Accuracy is hard to hold up in both of these fights.
Definitely. Both of them struggling a lot. AR8 really messing with them.
Yeah, a lot of times these days you hear players complaining about barely being able to read AR9, so you can only imagine what they're going to think when they see this map.
At least one AR8 pick on no mod pools are a must though.
Yeah,
I feel like.
you're definitely right. Here at Z Tournament, we try to do that for once per pool. Have at least one AR8 pick in the no mods, so that you have something to fall back on in terms of reading.
Exactly. Alright, so that was That was this Holic
Yeah,
on
what'd
the
you think of
SHG.
it? What'd you think of it, Bear?
Oh, he
Bear's
abandoned
muted.
us. Yeah,
All right, Poncho, what'd
we
you
killed
think
him.
of it?
Big jumps really surprised me. There's some doubles into triples that are kind of tricky. And yeah, the CS5 makes it harder too, by quite a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to gauge how fast you really need to go on low AR and high CS. Right. So since Bear is muted, I guess we're just gonna hop onto the next map, which is Yellow Splash by P-Light,
Yeah.
mapped by Chaoslix on the DSE Summertime 2016 difficulty.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see.
Special radio television broadcast in order to give you the very latest information on another.
Right.
All right. It seems that Bearzio has had some troubles and he has to attend to, so he might be AFK or he might not be talking, but he will be playing. Oh, it seems he's playing. Okay, that's good.
Alright. Yeah. Alright, some stats about the map. 5.7 stars, 1 minute 44 second drain time, AR 9.3, OD 9, HP 6, CS 4, and 185 BPM, beats per minute.
This is the technical map pick of the pool because it
Yeah.
has a lot of spacing changes, kick sliders, and just technical schemes overall.
All these really gimmicky patterns that you sort of have to force your way through.
Yeah,
One
but
way
the
or
slider
another.
streams that you have to speed up on when you get to and still hold your
Yeah.
spacing ability. Another one of the maps that is lower in terms of difficulty rating in the pool, but the OD9
Makes up for that, for difficulty in patterns and just stats in general. OD9 is brutal on Score V2.
especially with all the slider tricks we have in here.
Exactly.
This is a
Kick
pick-
sliders, slider streams, all of it.
Yeah, this is a pick you can't really get away with not practicing for because of all the spacing.
Unless you ban it, but you know.
Yeah.
Who wants to see that? It's a great map. I hope to see it at least a couple times.
I agree. All right.
It's also on the shorter side of the map pool. Like it's not
Oh,
too
yeah.
long. So players that aren't that consistent might strive in this map because they might well they might be able to play really well for a short amount of time, but maybe they're weaker on longer maps.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I feel
speaking
what you
of-
mean.
go for it. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, that's all good. I was saying I feel what you mean. Like for those players that can't hold the nerves on longer maps and who are kind of like, I guess you could say one-trick ponies per se for short maps.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Poncho?
Mostly those space streams that are gonna get people, I think, just inconsistency wise. I guess the kicksliders too could get people if they're not ready for them.
Slider streams too, right?
Well, the slider streams are spaced pretty close together, so I don't know if those are really that tricky. For some players, I suppose. For more experienced players, they shouldn't have any trouble with that.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So next in the no mod pool, we've got Zenmon Sakura on the Death Blossom difficulty. The map by PKK, the one and only. 5.63 stars, 4 minutes 9 seconds drain time, AR 9.5, OD 8.5, HP 5.5, and CS 4 with BPM of 153.
But it's actually twice that if you try single tapping it. If you're trying to
True.
single tap this map, you're looking at trying to single tap 300 plus BPM.
Which is insane, but I seriously doubt anyone can do it.
I've seen Legless do it. He can get a really good looking combo on this map.
With only single taps?
Oh yeah, with only single taps.
Looks like Bear is single tapping it.
Yeah.
The madman.
Perspective from both angles, I guess.
Yeah. Anyways, this is a really alternate heavy map. Well, it is really more straightforward if you go according to the rhythm. It's not too tricky if you know the map.
Yeah. There are certain parts where when you're jumping between the singles and the sliders, it doesn't flow as well as the rest of the map, or it doesn't flow similar to the rest of the map. So you need to watch out for those parts, and especially practice the solo, because there are a lot of slider breaks to be had there. Aside from that, I feel like this map is fairly straightforward, and we will be seeing FCs by people in tournament.
Yeah, at this level, I would imagine people FCing this pretty easily. Both Bear and Poncho racking up some decent combos already. And, I mean, we can see that, like, the patterns aren't too difficult, but you just need to be careful of the spacing, really.
Yeah, the parts where she elongates her vocals for the sake of the song are where you end up with the long sliders to a single to another long slider, which is where I'm seeing these two struggle a bit as well. They broke basically the same point.
Exactly. Yeah, so this map is also on the longer side. I think a full combo's over 2,000 combo, so it's quite long, pretty consistency based, I'd say.
Definitely. The benefit is that you can have a wide variety of players that can play this map and play it well, which is what makes it a solid pick.
Yeah. You gotta watch out for the slider ends though. Those are, you could say, a thorn on any team's side. Because, well, they'll obviously reduce the combo of the other team, but you don't know how that might affect you as well.
Yeah, especially as we move into the solo, where you have a lot of slider ends to be dropped, as well as weird patterns that you haven't seen in the map to follow, as those Hunter streams and that weird overlap we saw that started from the end of one slider and moved as a double into another slider.
Hello. Another thing that might come into play during this map might be that there's too much going on at once. So there might be some misreads here and there.
Oh yeah.
I'd imagine during the space streams or maybe during the solo where there's a ton of kick sliders.
I can see that for sure, yeah. And that was the alternate pick for the pool. What do you
Yep.
think of it, Poncho?
Very consistent map. There isn't really any part that was harder than the rest of it.
All right.
Mm. Yeah, it's a pretty basic map if you actually practice it. It's a solid pick for pretty much anyone.
Oh, yeah, same goes for a lot of the maps.
Yeah.
I made it specifically so that you couldn't exactly go into this tournament blind and have it go unpunished.
Yeah.
Here we have our next pick.
Oh boy. So we've got Shonen Radio new, or however you pronounce that, I don't know, on the platinum difficulty. Mapped by Cygnus. 6.08 stars, 2 minutes 11 seconds drain time, AR9, OD8, HP6, CS4, and 188.5 BPM.
This map is built up into large streams at the end.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. That's what it's for. It's a stamina-based map.
Also, some people might struggle with the stream or with the speed of the map because it just really ramps up without, well, it does have build up, but it might still catch you by surprise.
Yeah, it'll especially catch players by surprise because I went with a less conventional pick. I was gonna go with Oceanus, but that's a higher AR, and the streams in there just weren't cutting it. So I thought, let's just pull it back a little and go with something that Poncho himself actually recommended, and has heavy streams and it's AR9, so kind of tricky to read. I can see a lot of people avoiding this pick specifically because it's AR9 and high star rating, which don't really go together well.
Yeah, I agree. It also has some really large difficulty spikes, as we see right here. Like these constant triples, constant sliders, or streams, short streams, burst streams, per se, are really bound to mess some people up.
Yeah,
They're
especially
really difficult. Yeah.
how it jumps back and continues to pattern from where you left off after hitting.
Yeah.
Now we're on to the long depth streams in the map. Clocked in at almost 200 BPM, so you gotta imagine it's taking a toll on these players.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
definitely some. Oh, go for it.
I was just saying, then you have the kick slider spam and a reverse slider spam, which will give you free slider breaks if you want them.
Yeah. This map is not for the faint of hand.
Yeah, I feel you there, bud. I'm right there with you. Poncho held up a really nice combo there.
Yeah. Poncho killing this map. Only 2 misses. That's pretty impressive.
What is your input on it, Poncho?
Definitely those kick sliders. If you're not super comfortable with the map, you can break on those really easily. And even to the build up, some of the singles to triples section, if you don't angle it right, it can be awkward to play.
Now we're on to our high BPM pick of the pool, and the final pick of the no-mod pool.
This is my personal favorite from the no-mod pool. Invasion of Stray Cats. A map by Valo 108. It's only one difficulty, Strayo 108, and well, this map is really just pretty gimmicky in terms of how you need to approach it. For example, some sections require really fast single taps, while others require heavy reading.
The thing that I always struggle the most with this map, especially when I was trying to get my Hard Rock FC on it, which, spoiler alert, I ended up choking at the end, are the zigzags.
The zigzags are brutal.
Most of the map is straightforward, but you gotta be quick on your feet with your aim, because the patterns are very unconventional, and right over there we saw a note sitting on top of a reverse slider arrow, which is illegal in mapping for ranking, but for playing it really doesn't affect the players much, so that's why we went ahead and threw it in there. But that's something, one of the things you need to be keeping an eye out for, which is very unconventional.
Yeah. We're also seeing this sort of blanketing of sliders, which might mess some people up. Launcher racking up a really nice combo.
Oh yeah. They're holding up a very nice accuracy as well.
Yeah. But we also see some symmetrical patterns all over the map. This makes for some really awkward flow, let's say, but it's still there. So
yeah, like some patterns may feel better when they're mirrored one direction rather than the other, because the patterns may show up symmetrically, but the patterns themselves might not be symmetric.
Exactly.
Okay, only having a slider break, what?
What a god. Poncho throwing some shade.
Yup, suck. There, suck. Okay. Pretty high BPM, so I mean, a lot of players might feel comfortable alternating it, but since there's just low density overall, and at most you might have to single tap 6 nodes, 250 BPM shouldn't be too tricky for most of you out there.
Yeah, I agree. There's some tricky jumps as well, nearing the end of the map.
Oh yeah, especially since they overlap, it gets a little bit ugly.
Also, not to mention that troll slider at the very end of the map.
Yeah. So don't go too fast with the slider. Otherwise
Yeah.
you can bamboozle.
Don't get too confident with the speed. It'll mess you up. It'll come back and bite you.
That's what we were in the first section.
I still get tricked by it, even though I know it's there.
Right, it's like that one slider in...
You have to pay attention to the slider ticks there, actually.
Yeah.
That's what gives it away.
Both players holding up very well in the accuracy department. Bear Zero with 1 miss. Nicely done. What'd you think of the map, Poncho? What made it difficult?
I don't know. It's a pretty typical Val map, but it's really high spacing for a Val map. I don't know. If you're not good at high spacing, it is 250 BPM. That could be tough for people.
Yeah. Good thing about it is it's a little bit more forgiving, especially with all those sliders being at OD 7.5.
Yeah, there's no triples, or there's very few. There's like 2 or 3, so it's not that bad if you can only ult it.
Yep. Now we're moving on to the hidden pool.
Fun!
Oh no.
Oh yes!
No, indeed.
Oh no.
Like, oh yeah!
Oh yes!
Care to tell us about this map, Vasquez? What's it
Sure
called?
thing. So we've got Far East Nightbird on YF's Expert. Mapped by YF BMP. It's got 5.82 stars, 1 minute 50-second drain time, AR9, OD8, HP6, CS5, and 180 BPM. This map is just cruel though. It's not even fair.
It's very reading intensive.
Yeah.
Don't let the star rating fool you. There's so many weird overlaps in here, and rhythm changes. It goes from quarters to thirds to even eighth streams. But there are visual cues in the map that will help you discern those apart, but it's still very hard to follow along.
Yeah. I expect a lot of players to have a lot of trouble with the stacking, as well as some of the patterns in the map.
Yeah.
Also, those streams that get increasingly more space as you progress in them,
Yeah,
those are going to be brutal.
Players struggling to stay alive.
Yeah. Both of them actually failed. Just goes to show how difficult this map is on HD.
How it's not really good to sight read. This is definitely something you cannot get away with sight reading.
Yeah.
Because of the low AR mixed with the rhythm changes.
I really hope this gets picked at all. It's going to be so great watching players struggle on it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can see I can see high-seeded teams or even mid-high seeded teams using this as a pocket pick
Yeah.
if they practice it. That's the key word. If. Otherwise, we're just gonna see this get banned 80 million times and never played.
Yep.
What did you think of the map, Poncho?
I mean, who do you think I am, Acer or something? Can't play this. I can't fucking play this.
Ooh, you lad.
Woo.
Oh hey, maybe we'll see Team Nothing pick it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that this is the most challenging map in the pool.
I
Probably.
agree. Definitely don't let the star rating fool you.
May not be particularly fast-paced or difficult, but it's definitely bound to mess you up. I don't expect a single full combo on that, really. It's never gonna.
You never know. Nerves can do miraculous things.
Sure, some people really do play better under pressure, after all. Anyways, our next map in the hidden pool. Do you want to tell us about it, Black?
Yeah, sure. We have Yakumochi no Kate, Another Story, on the Jealousy difficulty, sung by Yui Kanu, and this is Lass's map set. It's sitting at 5.87 stars, drain time of about 4 minutes, so one of the longer maps in the pool. OD 9, error 9.3, so not too hard to read, and HP 6.5, sitting at 190 BPM.
Right. So this map is pretty straightforward. It doesn't have too difficult of patterns. It's just really consistency based. Although it does have a couple of BPM changes here and there, which might mess up some people, as having to slow down and speed up accordingly to the map is pretty challenging on HD sometimes.
Yeah. The slow parts, going from the slow parts back to the regular pace of the map, and the spacing changes as well.
Exactly.
Polaris break. Oh, we've replaced
Bear.
Bearzio with Polaris, it seems. Welcome, Polaris.
I didn't even notice, to be honest. Oh, sorry, Polaris. I love you.
This map is fairly standard, aside from all of that, though.
Yeah. I feel like there'll be a lot of FCs on this map. Only thing is, players might struggle with accuracy during the BPM changes, as well as during the slow parts, as it can be really tricky to gauge how fast you really need to go on those like single notes that you see in the slow sections of the song.
Being a hidden player, I struggle with hidden on higher ARs than I do on lower ARs because I just don't know when I'm supposed to be getting stuff, and this map is definitely bringing on.
Poncho failing.
Oh my goodness.
Dang. Lost so many points for that.
Yeah, that's the B2 thing. If you miss notes or hit 50s, you tend to lose points rather than gain them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, client.
Client, please. It's gonna be messy. Yep.
Oh gosh. Man is possessed.
No, right. Yeah, so we see right here in the slow part, a lot of accuracy breaks from both players, but they're managing to hold the combo pretty well, except Polaris, who just casually missed the whole string, no problem.
The only thing you really need to be watching out for is spacing changes, because the streams accelerate and decelerate on a dime.
Yep.
That was our second pick in the hidden pool. What do you think of Poncho?
Hardest part was definitely the streams and how they change spacing on a dime, like you said. Other than that, fairly standard.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of the more popular picks in the pool. Alright. So, I guess next on the HD pool, for our last pick for hidden, we have All I Need Are Things I Like on the extra difficulty, sung by Pinocchio P, mapped by Natu. Let's see. It's got 5.889 stars, 3 minutes 55 seconds, so it's on the longer side. AR 9.3, which is the preferred AR for a few players. OD8, HP6, CS4, and it's sitting at 140 BPM, so it's also one of the slower maps in the hidden pool.
Here's your alternating map. High BPM. It's single tappable because the strings aren't too terribly long.
Mm-hmm.
280 BPM, not bad. This map flows very, very well, which is one of the benefits to it being in the hidden pool. There's no real spacing jumps per se.
No. It's just a more comfortable pick if you're not too confident with HT. It's not too difficult to read, I'd say. Some of the spacing might mess you up. Personally, as an alternator, I find this kind of map pretty easy. So
yeah, spacing will mess you up, not because of the spacing, but because of the spacing changes. And jumps the screens.
there's also some stacks that players might miss. They're off. well, not awkwardly placed, but placed in a way that you might not see them at first glance. So you really do need to practice this map in order to excel on it. The BPM changes and the broken streams are definitely something to watch out for as well, though.
Oh, it's missing also.
I have to mention how nice the song is.
And that background.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this quite a bit. Yeah, so here we see the sudden acceleration in the map. If you're not ready for it, it's gonna mess you up.
Weird patterns that we've seen.
Yeah. They do seem to flow pretty well though.
They do for sure.
Lars single tapping everything.
Them being a double time play, that's no surprise.
Yeah. Comfortable with high BPM single taps. It's insane.
Again, there are those jumpy patterns that you gotta watch out for.
Yeah.
For me, the trick to jump screens is really lifting them out. Just kind of look at the first couple and get an idea for how long they are, and then hear out the song. And when you feel that the stream ends, and then you jump to the start of the next one. Especially that'll be helpful on hidden.
Exactly.
Ooh, nice pattern at the end.
Pretty star.
Both players seeming to struggle on this pick. What did you think of it, Poncho?
It's a pretty difficult map. It's a pretty high space for most of the map. It's pretty easy to break on a lot of the patterns because they're not all flowy. Some of them are kind of strong, like the triangle. A lot of triangle triples. Pretty easy to break.
Alright, and that's it for our hidden pool. Now we're moving on to our hard rock pool.
Woo! Right. So first up in the hard rock pool, we've got Unreal Makushi So on Akitoshi's Extra. So this map sitting at 6.09 stars, 3 minutes 49 seconds long, AR10 OD10 as HR should be, HP 8.4, and CS 4.94. So it's on the more lenient side with circle size, I'd say.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's sitting at about 195 BPM, so It's your consistency pick of this pool. It's a little bit higher on the BPM side, just for accuracy's sake, but it's definitely a consistency pick nonetheless.
Yep.
Very nice map. Oh, there we go. Client got it finally.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like our favorite tomato allergy. Tomaallergy.
Here we go.
Hey, nice background.
I know, right? Oh, quality gameplay. Ultra long spinner to start it off.
I just see cursor dancing. What?
Anyways, starts off decently fast paced, but that's just the song doing its work. Yeah, nothing too tricky yet though. Only a couple streams here and there that might mess up a couple people because they still need to get good accuracy on them while having to aim really fast.
Yeah, it's definitely a surprise. The first time I played this map, Hard Rock, I ended up with a lot of hundreds on the first streams because I just didn't see it coming. But afterwards, it gets better.
Definitely. Also, that acceleration though. Like, it went from extremely slow to incredibly fast.
Yeah.
Like a second or two.
BPM doesn't change, but it's just the emphasis on the beat does.
Yep.
Decently stream heavy, but you have a lot of breaks in between them.
Yeah. Polaris working up a pretty nice combo right now.
Yeah.
Pairing through those jumps.
Jump patterns are fairly straightforward in this match, but still it can be a surprise to players who aren't really versed in Hard Rock.
Definitely. I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying the song.
Yeah, it's a good song. I don't blame you. I have too.
Jam indeed.
Right? Some parts I could throw some players off aside from the straightforward streams and the jumps that stay consistent all the way through are the stacked singles.
Yeah, the stacks on Hard Rock are usually a problem for many players.
Especially when you get to higher BPM because you're wanting to play with your cursor on the screen, but the map tells you no, like right at this section right here. Polaris braking for that specific reason.
Poncho slider breaking feels bad, man.
Feel slider break, man.
Yeah.
How does that result in a fail? Section fail, that's weird.
No idea. I mean, HP is decently high, but it's 8.4, so there's not too much room for error.
With the amount of stacking in this map, I really don't see players failing it, unless they completely beef a whole screen.
Both players doing extremely well at the very end. And difficulty seems to peak the most. Thoughts, Poncho?
Pretty standard, and pretty even on jumps and streams. Nothing outrageously difficult about this pick, in my opinion.
Is it fun though?
Oh wait, were you asking me if it's fun? I thought you were commenting that it's fun.
Nah, I was asking, is it fun though?
It's pretty fun, yeah.
All right, that's good.
Right. So, next on the hard rock list is the one, the only, the Monstrata, Rain Monsoon. Rain on Monsoon difficulty, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a good song, really. So, in this map, we're sitting at 6.02 stars, 4 minutes 59 seconds. Well, practically 5 minutes strain time. AR 10, OD 10, HP 7.7, so a bit more forgiving than the last map, and CS 5.2.
It's the longest map in this pool.
Yep. It's your consistency pick, really.
Yep.
It's not too gimmicky, in my opinion.
No, the only thing is that there are a lot of sliders and a lot of opportunities for accuracy drops, especially in V2 and with hard rock on. OD10
Definitely.
is no fun on this.
Well, you already see Polaris struggling a bit in the accuracy department.
Yeah.
Poncho holding out pretty well, though.
Definitely.
Some players might struggle with the lowish BPM streams, though. It's sort of difficult to gauge your how fast you're going on lower BPM streams sometimes, especially when you're trying so hard to keep your accuracy up.
I'm trying to not misread and aim this low spacing properly on hard rock.
Precisely.
Poncho and Polaris both on the brink of death here.
Yeah.
That has to be expected. Both of them are playing hard rock. And Poncho,
Yeah.
Polaris is even holding up this combo and almost dying. That's
Yep.
insane.
Well, they're building it back up. It was just the map not letting you. What was it? What was I gonna say? It's just the map not letting the players gain too much.
Yeah, because there's not much
HP.
note density.
Yeah.
It's the part where you'll see people struggling, slider breaking, and dropping accuracy because of those doubles into sliders. Well, singles into sliders.
Mm-hmm.
And here we see the map going into full swing.
Yep.
As are both players' accuracies. Holy.
Oh
map
man,
is
this is
brutal
just
in the accuracy department.
yeah, it's just really taking its toll on them. Poncho losing so many points, just deciding not to hit that stream at all.
And there is almost no recovery on those streams in OV10, especially if you under aim.
Yep.
You can, but it's gonna be messy.
It's gonna be messy. Oh. Polaris getting a really nice combo though.
That great combo with that happy act. Holy.
Happy act. I don't know. I think it reminds me more of Amelia nowadays, but you know, the classic is Happy Act.
Oh yeah. Oh, Amelia's been popping off.
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about though. We're talking about this wonderful map.
It's wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, cruel map. This map is going to, like, if you play worse under pressure, the nerves are just gonna kill you.
Yeah. Oh,
Like, Polaris dropping, unfortunately. Poor guy. He had a better combo than my play on this, and I was playing no mod.
This map is fairly consistent on the difficulty all the way through, minus your typical Monstrata jump, triangle jump sections, but those aren't much difficult than the rest of the map, especially trying to keep up combo and accuracy at the same time. Seeing breaks everywhere.
I actually think this is going to be one of the more popular picks because it's just, well, if you're comfortable with it, it's just such a safe pick sometimes for some people.
Oh yeah, for seasoned Hard Rock players, this is definitely a safe pick. I can vouch for that because I'm still trying to farm this on Hard Rock.
How does he do it?
I said, and it's a nice song, nice background too.
Yeah, nice to look at. Easy on the eyes. Will Polaris be able to get that 90%?
Find out next time on OZT.
Oh, no. He goofed.
Poncho failing out at the end. Whoa.
Rip.
How did you feel about that, Poncho?
I don't know. It's a pretty accuracy-driven map, for sure. Kind of annoying to play, in my opinion.
I can see that with those low BPM streams, and then that slider-heavy section where you just have kick sliders and notes stacked on top of sliders everywhere, just shooting.
Polaris mentioning how nerves are coming into play here. Like, high combo means lots of nerves, means shaky cursor, means bad accuracy.
I hope he knows he's on score V2.
Yeah. On stream equals shake.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, that explains a lot then. Fair enough.
I mean, it's just high pressure situations, really.
Oh yeah, definitely. It doesn't help that that's the longest map in the pool, aside from the tiebreaker, the second longest map then.
I hope we get to see a lot of tiebreaker. Tiebreaker's really nice.
Oh yeah, great song. You can't spoil that yet.
Yo.
Alright.
Right.
Now we're on to our final Hard Rock pick.
So this map is Stay By My Side. By Draw the Emotional and Foreground Eclipse. Mapped by Milhofo. It's 5.59 stars, so it's pretty low in star rating. 3 minutes 5 seconds drain time. AR10, OD10, HP 9.1. Really unforgiving. CS 5.85 and 160 beats per minute.
Yep, you have high CS and low BPM. What a wonderful combo.
I know, right? Yeah, this map is going to be really unforgiving on some players if they're not comfortable with it. Or don't practice it.
Definitely, and just overall, even the seasoned Hard Rock player can struggle on this map because of the low density due to the low BPM.
Yeah.
Just kind of forcing your hands to go slowly so that you don't overstream, especially on the OD10 and hit hundreds everywhere or B streams. These streams are very aim intense, especially with the CS being 5.85.
Definitely. We see Polaris dropping below 80% accuracy, so it's just an omen to how challenging it really can be. To hold your accuracy up at lower BPMs.
And then if you have low HP going into the slower parts, and you keep low shit hacking, I guess, then you're going to end up failing out. So you really gotta be in the right mental state when you're playing this map.
Yeah. Probably play this after a win, so you've got sort of some momentum going.
Oh yeah, or if you're just desperate for a pick, then if a double time pick or a higher BPM gets picked before this, and you can use this as counter pick. Oh my gosh, there's a 10% accuracy difference between these players.
Yeah, holy. Yeah, it's probably one of those picks you want to use when you just want to mess up less than the other team. But it's not who performs better, it's just who messes up more, you know? Because both teams are just going to struggle a lot on this map.
It's gonna be a big aim and act battle, really.
Yeah.
Because just like Holic, this map makes you want to snap, but you really can't snap some of these jumps unless you're comfortable with the BPM and really feeling it. And we see there they have 1 or 2 8 streams that you need to watch out for because those will tank your accuracy even further, as if the map isn't already doing that to you.
Poncho climbing back into the 90s, the god.
Right. Well done, Poncho.
We're
Polaris
proud
made
of
it
you.
back to 80.
Both of the players climbing back, starting to get used to the lower BPM.
Polaris failing out.
Okay. Oh, Poncho looks like
He almost failed out. Whoa.
he almost failed out, yeah.
What did you think of that, Matt Poncho?
Pretty interesting. I feel like it's not very hard at all, but it takes some practice. So if you actually just played it a good 5 to 10 times, you'd be really, really good at it. But if you are sight reading it, you're gonna have one hell of a time.
Yeah.
See you finishing there with a solid 90 accuracy. Oof.
Yeah.
Map
Yeah.
is brutal.
Polaris mentioning how the BPM is in that gray area where finger control isn't good enough and for the accuracy, but you can't you can't single tap it.
Legless could single tap that, but not on Hard Rock. I don't think.
But Legless and who else though?
Good point. Legless and then maybe Uncle Rufus and them.
Yeah.
That was it
So-
from the Hard Rock pool. Now we're
Yeah.
on to our double time.
Onto double time. Oh boy.
First map being Luna, song by Alice's Emotion, and it's on the Insane difficulty. Map set by Frostmore. Oh,
What a
Frostmore
great map.
maps. Craigasm.
It's so good.
Rocking in at 6.02 stars. Drain time at 3 minutes with double time added. AR 8 with double time goes to 9.6. OD6 base and HP6 base. And it's a little bit on the higher side in terms of BPM, 267.
267, yeah. Client? Hello?
Oh, your client is struggling?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's too bad. I'll go ahead and start giving some info about the map. This is a really jumpy, single-tappy map with a few bursts here and there.
Oh, there we go. Just caught up. Sorry about that.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah. It's also got some pretty rough acceleration, where 1 second you'll be comfortably single tapping, and then suddenly it's just jumps and burst streams in your face. 267 BPM. You're bound to tank your. It's bound to tank your accuracy. It is on the shorter side though, as DT maps are.
Yep.
Only around 2 minutes long. It might be a pretty popular pick, but only because some players are just that comfortable with the higher BPM.
Higher BPM, and it's a slightly older style of map these days.
Yeah.
I came around with these kind of maps, but now
Yeah.
you don't see many things like this. So a lot of players
It's
that
really flow based.
Yep, low base and just tight jumps, and a little bit awkward for the hand. But if you grew up in O's playing this, then this will be pretty comfy for you, pretty standard. Oh, it's holding up a decent accuracy. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this map has aged really well though.
Definitely.
It's not something you see very much.
What do you think of it, Pancho?
It's 267 BPM, so I have a hard time alting the bursts. But other than that, it's fairly standard.
Another little tip, if you're not comfortable with bursting through on those 5-note streams, then you could probably get no, not even tap X. With the new update, you could probably get away with double tapping, but I really wouldn't recommend it because you're really sacrificing a lot of accuracy just for holding up a combo, where it splits 70-30 for AC versus combo, right?
I mean, you can just mash and pray.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Me every time I play DT.
Yeah.
Alright. So next up on the DT pool, we've got 3L with Endless Night on the Eternal difficulty, mapped by S-Joy, sitting at 6.1 stars, 3 minutes 31 seconds drain time, AR 8.5 base, OD 7.5 base, HP 6.5 base, and CS4 with BPM clocking in at 222.
Sitting right at Freedom Dive BPM. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the streamier DT maps as well, so...
Yep, Polaris hitting the nail right on the head when he was asking if it was a stream pick. Indeed, Polaris, this is a stream pick.
Both players struggling a little bit on accuracy. Polaris less so than Poncho though.
This map doesn't really give you many breaks, and it's a little bit technical from the aspect that you have doubles, singles, triples just flying at you, and then some kick sliders here and there, so you have to be staying on your toes, especially with this being AR-10.
Yeah. This is definitely a bit tricky to read.
Yeah, reading will drain a lot of your stamina out on this map, whereas if it was more straightforward, it would be easier to play through, of course.
We'll probably want to be on the map pool then though. The streams are pretty spaced though. Like they you need to be pretty fast on your feet when aiming those, because it might just catch you off guard when you're trying to catch up to the map. And it'll leave you even farther behind.
No breaks whatsoever. Wow.
Yeah. Really unforgiving for stamina.
You're always doing something. You're not really holding on to sliders too long either, or spinning too much.
Yep. There are a few long sliders here and there though. Not enough to recover obviously, but
yeah, just enough to like catch a quick breath or two.
here we go. The first break of the map coming in at 3/4 of the song.
Entering into the solo.
Yeah. We also see these symmetrical patterns again, where it might become more awkward on one side than the other.
Oh, he's dropping his act, but holding on to his combo there. Nice.
Yeah.
Poncho struggling to keep up.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Both players failing out there. Whoa.
Yeah. DT is pretty unforgiving sometimes, maybe just as much as Hard Rock in some aspects.
Yeah, because the map is going faster, so you're missing 1.5 times as many notes as you would normally.
Yeah.
So HP being increased on top of more misses just gives you more room to fail.
Poncho failing out,
Yeah.
just
Well,
opting not to spin.
how did you feel about that map, Poncho?
There's a lot of stamina.
Yeah.
A lot of stamina I don't have.
And Polaris says this is a nice map.
Well, Polaris
HDDT
gonna
FC
farm
later.
this.
Oh boy. Look out.
He's nuts.
I might have broken my OSU client.
Oh no.
Not like this. If you're stuck in multi, you
Oh,
can
no,
just
I
alt
fixed
F4. Okay.
Fixed. We did it. It's not that messy. So for our last double time pick, we've got Warning by 3L and Maria Polo. Mapped by Lunar Sakuya. Clocking in at 5.886 stars, 2 minutes 16 seconds on drain time, AR 10.3, OD7 base, HP 7 base, and CS 4 at 246 beats per minute. Polar is having a bit of trouble with downloads.
Kmart connection.
Kmart.
Well, if he's at McDonald's, no problem.
Oh shit, what up?
Mick Osu? Is he playing some Mick Osu?
Oh, cute. I don't want to say that. Jesus, though. That's such a terrible fun. Can you showcase the next? I don't. Can you? It's not really for us to decide, to be honest, but you know. So I don't know if you want to go ahead and start by yourself, or I don't know. Oh, there you go.
My bad, I was just taking a look. I broke something.
Oh no.
Not in the stream. Yeah, I broke something
Oh.
on my computer, and I was also checking up on the referees spreadsheets.
Alright.
This is your 10.3 pick of the pool.
Poncho complaining about it already.
Yeah. We have our 10.3 expert here, thank goodness. Polaris.
Yeah.
He'll show us the way.
So if you pay attention to the right part of your screen,
Rip. Also look at the left part.
no, yeah.
Yeah. I put an easier pick in for the 10.3 pick, just because
Yeah.
it's the first time we're throwing 10.3 into the pool. It might be a little early, so that's why I opted for a lower difficulty. And
yeah,
it's
pretty
com-
straightforward.
a comfortable BPM for the AR, 246, so you can focus more on reading rather than finger control for all you DT players out there.
Yep. Although, have in mind, it's still score v2, so be
Yeah.
mindful still. Poncho with the slaggy D.
sleeping.
Wow. Yep.
Polar's enjoying this because this is where he gets his jive.
Yeah.
Building up
Getting
a
a
nice combo
pretty
there.
good combo, yeah. Yes. So this pick, this difficulty does have a couple of tricky patterns here and there. For example, those kick sliders we just saw, as well as a few triples and streams here and there, which might be a bit difficult at such a high BPM, but
Nothing undoable
Not-
for sure.
yeah, definitely. And it doesn't really offer many places to choke at, so there's probably going to be quite a few full combos on this if it does get picked.
Poncho failing out.
Poor guy.
Well, aside from it being 10.3, which is what I'm pretty sure you're going to say, how do you feel about this map, Poncho?
It's 10.3.
Damn, you got me there. That's it for...
Yeah.
Also,
Have to be modded.
I mean, also the kick sliders are really tricky. I mean, I can't say from not being a double time player, but it seems like those would be really easy to break on.
Yeah.
Being a double time player myself for a bit before switching to hard rock, I can say, yeah, those will come and just ruin your day and ruin your combo for you. That's it for our double time pool. Now we're moving to our final pool for the tiebreaker, the free mods pool.
Woo! Alright, so first up we've got Angel Honey with Yaku. I'm not gonna try and pronounce that, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
can
if
you do it for me?
someone know couple dance, I got you.
Weeaboo.
Fuck.
I mean,
Got him.
Bye, neither I feel baited.
Yay, MapPool, yay. What
yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
You missed almost all of it. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay, missed almost all of it, yay.
With couple dance, we have this is an AR8 pick, clocking in at 5.65 stars, and a drain time of 2 minutes. Lower ODM sitting at 7, and it's CS5, so when you put on hard rock, you'll bump it up to AR10, OD 9.8, HP 9.8, CS 6.5. So this can get real ugly real fast, and then with hard rock, it'll get up to 6.06 stars.
It's gonna be messy.
Oh yeah, you see both players taking mods here.
Yep. Polaris giving the two both hidden and hard rock a try.
Oh man.
The absolute madman.
Another thing to note about this map is it's changing BPM, so hard rock is difficult, as is just no mod because of the AR8.
Yeah, this map is just gonna be really cruel if you do decide to take a mod on it.
If you decide to pick it at all, you better be very comfortable with it.
Yeah, definitely. Because even at as a no mod pick, players already struggle with AR9. Just imagine how they'll do with AR8.
I'll just keep complaining about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
just
Could
ban
probably
the AR8
still do
picks.
better than any of us could, but still.
Yeah, probably just gonna ban the AR8 picks and move on with the pool though.
Yeah. I really hope this gets picked though. It'll be a really interesting matchup to see what players can excel at lower BPM.
That jump in the stream, the acceleration.
Yeah. It's like the changes in BPM are really blatant, so it's really tricky just to get going on a good combo with good accuracy.
Mostly in the beginning, you're gonna see a lot of combo build up because there really isn't much place to break on this map except for when you get to the higher BPM streams as they accelerate.
Yep. Also, the changing in changes in spacing, in the streams are going to take their toll on some people, as we saw there with Poncho and Polars both
Aw.
missing the very end.
Client, please.
Fine, it's broken.
It's playing at like 8
Well.
times speed. What?
8 times speed.
Yes,
Well-
it really is. I can't even hear the song. I just hear.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, we wait for it to fix itself. Poncho, what did you think?
Good luck playing that on Hard Rock.
Yeah,
You're gonna die.
Pretty much.
What about on hidden?
I mean, AR HD is just
I don't know.
That's so 2013.
So 2013.
so 2013. Just go full white girl on it.
Yeah, dude.
Alright, so next up on the Fremont pool, we've got Wander Stella by Salsi Salke. Clocking in at 5.72 stars, a 4-minute 41-second drain time. One of the longer maps in the pool. It's AR9 base, OD 8.5, HG 7.5, CS4, and 193 BPM. When with Hard Rock on, it's 6.10 stars. It's 10 AR10, OD10, HP10, so it's extremely unforgiving. And CS 5.2.
Yeah.
I really think that this pick is really just consistency based though. Like there is some tricky jumps here and there with very large spacing, but players should be able to power through it no problem.
Definitely, and I can really, me not being a hidden player, I can see people struggling more on hidden than they would on hard rock because these patterns are fairly linear, but just the stop and go that exists on the triple in this map would make hidden a very tough choice, in my opinion.
A lot of
Yeah.
triangles.
Yeah.
Definitely. Poncho holding a pretty nice combo as well as accuracy.
Yeah. Definitely for B2.
I feel like this map is more, well, aim-based players are gonna feel a lot more comfortable in it, just due to its nature. Like, it's really, how to explain it? It's really just a map where your consistency with aim comes into play.
Yeah, it's like a trickier monster. It's a trickier version of a Monstrata map, I want to say.
Yeah, it's sort of similar in style. You're right.
The only clunks come from those triples that come straight down or come straight to the side, going back into those angled jumps.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind using those skins.
Now, as we're getting to the breakdown of the song, we're seeing some counterflow patterns into the streams, where the jumps are going opposite directions as what they were throughout the whole map, and just misleading you. That's another thing that's
It's
tricky
really-
on hidden.
Yeah, the end of the solo is really somewhere where there's absolutely going to be lots of misses lots of chokes. It's just the spacing increases, the flow changes direction, and the patterns get trickier. So it's just a brutal section of the map. But if you can power through it, it's pretty much free.
Yeah, Yeah, that's why it's good to have no mod carries on here. Because for the no mod players that play this, you really just need to be overall consistent in this game.
Yep.
If you compare this with the default skin, I'd say this is much improved.
This skin is pretty nice, yes.
Oh yeah, very clean cut. Made by our very own Berzio.
Borussia. Yeah, so we see the difficulty spike a little bit at the very end, but nothing players of this caliber shouldn't be able to handle.
Not too bad.
Poncho with a 727 meme combo.
Oh no, please don't. No, stop. Bad Bascus.
I'm sorry.
What'd you
It
think?
was right there. I saw the opportunity and I took it, okay?
This is why we can't get anywhere, okay?
This is why we can't have nice things.
Indeed. Playing
I'm
on
sorry.
Hard Rock, what'd you think of that pick, Poncho?
Very consistent aim map, with the hardest part definitely being that first breakdown with all the counterflow. That's definitely the hardest part, at least for on Hard Rock. On no mod, if you're a solid no mod player, you shouldn't have a problem with that. But yeah.
Alright. What's our next map, Black?
Alright, now we're on to our final map of the pool. Well, not of the pool.
This
of
is
the three maps.
Weeaboo Trash.
Yes, the
Oh.
song title is Weeaboo Trash. No, it's Love X Love Whistle. And it's a song collaborated between Matsushita and Yumikanu. Map by Anais. Map is 5.56 stars space with a drain time of about 2.5 minutes. AR 9.4, OD8, HP 7, CS 4.2, and the BPM changes throughout the map and increases all the way up to about 220 or 240 something, I want to say.
I think it was 240.
Alright, and then you're looking at 5.96 stars with Hard Rock, AR 10, OD 10, and HP 9.8, and CS of 5.46.
So now we're just waiting on the players.
Are we waiting on Polaris's internet? Oh, where did Polaris go?
He disappeared.
Oh.
Actually, I kicked him.
Oh.
But I invited Berzio.
Rip Polaris, why?
No.
Wild Berzio has appeared.
A wild burst.
Okay.
Oh. There you go. Alright. Bear opting to go with Hidden while Poncho goes with Hard Rock. So the beginning of the map is pretty straightforward. Might be a bit tricky with accuracy. With the awkward patterns, but nothing you shouldn't be able to handle if you're a solid no mod player.
You're a brave soul if you play this on Hard Rock. Accuracy drops from both players.
Yeah. The BPM changes in this map are pretty unforgiving sometimes.
Yeah, so steady that you don't even notice until it's too late, and you're already hitting the hundreds for days.
Yep.
Story of Poncho's life right now.
Yeah, so see, here we start to speed up already. Do you think it's a Tycope map in standard? Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
It seems like it for sure. Adorable background as well.
Weeb trash.
Definitely. Just cursor dancing to the stream.
Wow. So here we start getting into the higher BPM section of the map. Getting up to that 240 BPM single tap.
For free mods, for no mods, you should be holding full combo up until this point typically. And then it starts getting a little bit dicey from here. You can break really anywhere on these uncomfortable jump patterns and quick snaps to those weird sliders.
That mirror image though.
Yeah. Poncho nailing the streams on Hard Rock. What a god.
Alright, bringing his accuracy back up.
So what are your thoughts on the map, Poncho?
I don't know. The BPM changes were interesting. Didn't really bother me a whole lot though. It was pretty balanced.
My opinion is that bear wrecked him.
Bear getting
Kermit.
over twice Poncho's score.
What
What
I
a
thought
god.
about the map, I thought it was pretty consistent throughout the whole song, but like right towards the end, it started spiking with the BPM changes, and like what Poncho said, it was interesting, and it was kind of fun as well since players that take hard rock on this map, it's kind of difficult to play speed of hard rock. Well, that's just in my opinion, but playing with this in hidden, it was kind of in my comfort level since I usually play double time hidden, but I think I'll do better on this with no mod because it feels more dense per se. But other than that, I think this would be a strong pick for like one of those fast teams.
Quality commentary from Burzio.
Burzio.
Kermit, what the heck? That guy.
Who the heck is that?
I don't know, I just guess I got the wrong name.
Yep.
Alright, now we're on to our tiebreaker, the final map in this map pool.
So
Wow,
Easy.
that didn't pick up on stream. It's 200 BPM, air 9.5 OD9, 5 minutes 15 seconds, 6.07 stars.
nice.
Very nice song and very nice map by Broccoli.
Eat your vegetables.
Eat your
Oh
vegetables.
no, not like this. I hate broccoli.
You don't like? Oh my goodness.
It's the worst vegetable, dude. Are you kidding me?
Are you serious, dude?
I am
Broccoli
dead
is
serious. Broccoli
so
is
good.
disgusting. Especially with cheese, because cheese is disgusting.
Okay, cheese I agree. Cheese I agree. It's pretty bad. But broccoli, dude?
It's like trees. I don't want to eat my food. This map is fairly standard. You have
We
your
got
jump sections and
sidetracked.
stream sections. Yeah, I got very sidetracked. You have your jump sections and stream sections.
Yeah.
And it's very heavy consistency pick, making it perfect for a tiebreaker. The jump
And
sections are well defined by the chorus of the song.
yeah. The spacing also increases significantly when the chorus hits, so it's something to have in mind while playing. You have to be prepared to up the tempo.
Yeah. Ready for those YOLO jumps. And as you may or may not already know, tiebreakers are free mod. So if you so choose, you can pick hidden or hard rock or go Azer and pick hidden hard rock. But being this far into the tournament, I really wouldn't recommend it since everything's riding on it unless you're just more comfortable with those mods on.
Yeah.
Aside from the jumps, I really don't see too many places where players would break unless they just flat out miss the last couple of notes of a stream or slider broke.
Yeah.
Oh, that part is unforgiving on G2 because of the sliders.
Yeah. Like Score V2 just changes everything, really. It makes Hard Rock harder than it already is. It makes it trickier than it already is.
Is and it isn't. Like, for being a Hard Rock player who's also been playing in tournaments since V2's been implemented, it doesn't really change much for me in Hard Rock because when I'm playing Hard Rock, I'm already flowing with the whole. When I'm already playing with Hard Rock, I'm just noticing a flow between the circles and the sliders, so I'm not really having too much trouble in the UR department.
I guess so.
But I can definitely see, because on no mod I tend to struggle with accuracy because I hit sliders early because I see them as a safe point.
Yeah.
But Score V2 does change a lot because it makes sliders not a safe point anymore because you have to hit them on time.
It's just such a fun map as well, in my opinion. I still don't know how I even got a pass on it back when I was like 5 digits, but still.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
Gigantic jump spikes and long streams.
I'm so proud of that B, dude.
Heck yeah.
It doesn't spike as much at the very end as other maps have in the pool. The difficulty, I mean. So, if you manage to power your way through the map, the ending might not be too difficult for you either.
The only thing to watch out for near the end is just the quick acceleration and deceleration of the streams. Rise is a very standard pick, very consistency based, and very consistent all the way throughout.
Definitely.
What were your thoughts, Poncho?
Yeah, it's pretty consistent streams. If you're not good at tracing streams, you're gonna have trouble because it does change a lot, even in one stream. Also, some of the kick sliders could be difficult, and the one part after the break where it's the really flowy singles right down the middle of the screen, that can really get people with nerves. Definitely gets people, so that's something to look out for.
All right.
What are your
And
thoughts,
with that-
Kermit?
Right.
To be honest, that was actually pretty difficult. Like, I did worse than someone that took hard rock, especially if I only had hidden, which doesn't really make a difference unless there's like streams for me. But I was having trouble like throughout the whole map and just kept missing all over the place. It's a really good title. It's just consistency. That's pretty much it. I don't really see any difficulty spikes.